Hey guys, I'm Summer Dawn, and I had a request to make a video on how to get into grasshopper or dragonfly pose. And so this video is for you to do after you've already done a yoga practice. So you've done some vinyasa flows, some chaturangas, maybe some crow poses to get your body nice and warm to be able to access grasshopper. Grasshopper requires you to have a pretty good twist rotation in the trunk as well as fairly open hips. So I'll start you off with a hip opener, but if you are not already warm, I would recommend doing a practice beforehand and then coming to try grasshopper with me right after. So we'll start in a double pigeon or fire log pose. So we'll take the left ankle over by the left hip, shin is parallel to the top of the mat, and then take your right ankle and stack it on top of the left knee. Now, if this feels pretty inaccessible, you can always take a block and place it in the front of the left knee and put the right ankle there. Although you do want to be able to access this pose to be able to access grasshopper. Once you're here, feet are flexed to protect the knees. You can sit up nice and tall, belly pulls in. Once your hips are nice and heavy on the floor, begin to lean forward with a long spine. Walk the hands out in front and take the forearms down to the floor. Head can bow down and just sink into the pose. Getting the hips nice and open. And then from here, to get more into the outside of that right hip and to find a gauge on whether or not you'll be able to access grasshopper, we're gonna walk the hands over to the left and then take the right elbow and put it into that arch of the right foot and on the left thigh. If you can't get your tricep part of your arm into that arch of your foot, grasshopper might not be accessible for you just yet, but this is a great pose to keep practicing to try and stretch out that hip and that twist. So if you can get the tricep into the arch of the foot, press the arm against it to use that resistance to twist open. Left hand or fingertips is just on the floor, and we're just twisting here. If you want, you can even take the hands to heart's prayer. Press the palms together and twist. Just make sure you keep the spine nice and long, belly pulled in. Good. Palms come down, walk it back out in front. Lengthen the spine and then rise all the way up. From here we switch. So we'll take the right leg down first, heels in line with the outer hip, and then take the left ankle, place it on top of the right knee. And then let the knees begin to settle, hips begin to settle. And again, you want to flex the feet here to protect the myofascial tissue in your knees. Sit up nice and tall. And then walk the hands out in front. Walk them down until the forearms come down. And so again, if this pose is difficult for you to access, if you feel like your knees are up by your ears, then you can take a block in front of the right knee and place the left ankle on it. And it's a great pose to practice to help you get ready for grasshopper one day. Otherwise, we're hanging out here in our fire log. You can reach out even more if you want, bowing the head down, pressing through that left hip, using the exhale to release any tension. And then from here, we'll walk the hands over to the right. You might just stay here, or you might take the left tricep, place it in the arch of the left foot, and then kind of gauge where you're at here. And then you can take the palm down to the floor, just gently twist. You can take the palms together at heart center. Again, keeping the spine nice and long. You don't want to start slouching. Feet are active, helping you keep your balance. Hands come back down to the floor. Walk it back out to the front. And then we'll slowly rise up. So again, that's your hip opener for your grasshopper. If you need to take a few extra twists or warm up a little bit more, then you can. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and just get right in there. So we will take the right leg over left first. So we're standing up, right ankle crosses over left knee, coming into a cross-legged chair. Hands come to heart center and then down to the floor. From here, hip comes down to heel, and then you're going to turn over towards the left. So my right ankle is over my left thigh and my hands are out to the left. You want to make sure that they are shoulder distance apart and that you twist, whoop, twist, 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 and then try and get the sole of the foot up onto the right tricep. Sometimes I like to dip my right knee down to try and get my foot up a little bit higher. Once you're there, you're going to press the left thigh into the right foot to keep it on the arm. Then you're going to lean, 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 lean forward, chest forward, gaze forward, and then float that back foot. If you feel good here, straighten out that left leg. Point, flex, or floint the foot, whatever feels good. Maybe gaze at the foot. Chest is still forward, arms are bent, and then you come back the same way that you started. So that was right side. Let's go ahead and do left. So stand up, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, and then bring the hips down towards the heel. Walk the hands over to the right. So again, left ankle on right thigh, hands are over to the right, and we are trying to get the left sole of the foot into the left tricep as close to the armpit as you can. So if you need to dip that left knee down to get the foot up higher, do that. Hands are exactly shoulder distance apart, hugging the elbows in, and then right thigh is pressing into the left foot so that it stays up on the tricep. From here, deep inhale, and then we start to lean forward, hugging the elbows in. Lift that back foot, and again, you can stay here, elbows are bent, gaze is forward, or you can straighten out that leg. You can gaze at it. Say, hey, grasshopper. Bend the knee, slowly come back the same way you came. And there you have it. That is your grasshopper. You can also create a funky variation, which I'll show you just real quick. Coming in. We'll do right side. Twisting over to the left, hook the foot onto the tricep. All right, so when you're starting position, if you want to do the funky variation, you'll take the opposite hand of the leg that's crossed over. So if I'm on the right side, right foot is crossed, left hand is going to come out about a foot, still in line with the shoulder, and then forearm comes down. From here, I lean forward, still hug that left knee in, and then I'm in my funky variation of grasshopper. All right. So that's a nice little way to try as well if you're feeling funky. So hope you guys have fun trying that, and comment below if you have any questions. Good luck.